You know what I really want? Some bitches.
22, 23, 24. So this week 25.
25.
Or is the last one 25?
25.
You know what's funnier than 24?
Target locked. Are you ready?
Welcome to episode 25. I am your co-host, Mr. Dev Chef.
Would it be considered co-host or would it just be considered host? So like,
Oh, is it two hosts? I thought it was always a host and a co-host.
I don't think it has to be a host and a co-host. I think I could be the host and you could be the co-host to me, but you're also the host and I'm your co-host. Do you see how that works?
Yes.
It's like
you're my stepsister.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what you mean, but okay.
No, I get what you mean. But like,
I was thinking like
but since we're on every single episode, we're both technically the host.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So we're together with the DOA podcast.
Yeah, it's a package deal. We get packaged together.
You almost had to do a solo episode without me today.
Oh no. Yeah. You wanna start us off with that one?
I am not perfect.
Okay.
No,
good.
I got pulled over for speeding.
I think we told them that, right?
Yeah, September 27th.
1985.
Mm-hmm. So my court was today because anything over 20 miles an hour is automatic court. I got pulled over, had the court today. So it's weird. I don't know if you ever had court.
No.
So you go into like this room and there's a bunch of like pews like in church. So then you like go up, you check in, they give you a
Do they have the things so you can kneel? You know, the things in church where you like pull down from the front?
No, they didn't have that. They're too cheap.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
Our taxpayer money couldn't go to that.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? They need to install those so before you get called up, you can pray a little bit and hope you don't go to jail.
You can practice for jail, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no.
No, so you go up front, there's two ladies, like a higher one and a lower one. Like, that just always seems weird. Like, you know, the judge is like sits high.
Yeah. And then the like, stenographer.
I don't know. I think one was a clerk and one was some. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a clerk and then there's a stenographer. The stenographer, I think, usually sits on the main floor. But it was in a
room.
Thing.
But anyways, it was in a room. But that's how the desk layout was.
Yeah.
So you go in, you check. They give you a piece of paper and it tells you your rights.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to sign it, agreeing that I know my rights. These are my options.
Did you know your rights?
You got the right to remain silent. Shut the fuck up.
See, now
I remember it from 21 Jump Street. That's how I remember it.
No. So when they say you have the right to remain silent, you don't actually have the right to remain silent. You just have the right to not self-incriminate. So if there's a situation where they ask you a question and, for example, you have full immunity, like if you have full immunity and your stipulation is that you confess to every crime that you've done, you can still go to jail for perjury if you plead the fifth. Because at that point the stipulation is off and then like you're lying on court record because the court record says in exchange for not doing this, you will do this in turn, and then lying on the record is bad, and that's perjury.
So, anyways,
it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
They gave me a paper. I signed it. Like, all right, go sit down. And then, like it started like at 8:15. So I got there like a little bit before.
Yeah.
At 8:15, they kind of like locked the doors. They put the TV on, and there's a judge sitting there reading your rights again.
In multiple languages or just one?
Just one.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so he's like, it's basically the same thing as you signed, but like, here's your rights. And then like, all right, so now you have to wait for the DA to call you back into like
the room.
Okay. So you're like in a room, but then there's a door to another room.
Okay.
And then there's 4 DAs.
Did you get pulled over in this county?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
Barely. Okay. By State Patrol.
Yeah.
Ah, they got your fucking ass.
Mhm.
Um.
So then they call like 2 people up, and then they call me, and I get up there, and he's like, "All right, you have a warrant out for your arrest, so I'm gonna need you to take care of that first." And then like 2 sheriff's officers like walk up with like their finger behind their bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
That's how they stand. They just like,
Yeah. You asked me about that while we were eating, and you asked why they do that, and I
is
said,
it just like a fidgeting thing?
"Well, it's like sticking your hands in your pockets, you know."
I mean, I probably would mess with that too if I'm
Yeah,
like
like
they're wearing the bulletproof vest.
yeah, and you just stick your hands right there. Because again, if you put your hands in, like if you're a cop and you're wearing a bulletproof vest,
Yeah, I
like you can
see
either
it.
put your hands there or you can put your hands in your pockets.
I don't think I've ever seen a cop
But
with their
then-
hand in a pocket.
But then that opens the door with why are you reaching for your gun? Because again, your pockets and your firearm / taser are right next to each other. So, it kind of depends on what you're
so we do
thinking.
this, and then I'm like, I think there's a misunderstanding because like I've never had DUI. Because I was like, for what? He's like,
A
for a
DUI.
DUI. So I have to take care of that first. And I was like, maybe my dad, but not me.
Does your dad have the same name? Like,
No.
are you a junior?
Same last name.
Well, yeah, but
No, different
Okay.
name.
different first name.
And then so they like walk me back to that room again.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let me look at something. So he's like Googling. He's like, what's your birthday again? So I told him. He's like, this is a different one.
I like how they didn't even check your ID or anything. And they're just like, all right, you're getting arrested, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah. Right there on the spot. Because they're like, don't worry about this ticket. Like, you're going to jail for this.
Yeah, sorry. Sucks to suck, bitch
So
ass.
then the cops left. And then he's like telling me like my 5 options. Like one of them is go to jury, this we want to do.
Oh, go to like a trial?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just pled guilty. I'm like, it's a speeding ticket. They
Yeah.
gun you. Like there's no
Yeah, well, I mean, you could have potentially got out of it in a couple ways, but
I mean even if it
this is not legal advice, okay? I'm pretty sure you can get in trouble for that if you say this is legal advice and you're not an attorney. I'm pretty sure you can get in trouble for that. But if you go to trial, typically speaking, for a speeding ticket, they're gonna lay you up with some fucking bullshit if you lose, which is very possible that you could have. So, I mean, I think you did the right thing as long as you.
well,
you're
like
happy
even
with
if
the
you'd have been
outcome.
like, when's the last time you
Fucking,
calibrated your-
Yeah,
I was still going like more than 20 miles an hour over. It's
Like-
not going to be that off.
yeah.
Especially
I mean,
since he was like, I had to go 124 miles an hour to catch up to you.
yeah. I think that if you would have caught him in a lie, you could have probably got off. But
I took my chances. And then,
yeah, I mean, and the offer from the DA was much better than risking it, right?
well, he said we can talk him into a lesser, like saying I went less than I actually did. He's like, but that ticket is $50 more, which I don't understand. That's what he said. He's like, if we can argue against a lower speed, but that ticket is going to be $50 more. So we're just going to stick with the original. And then I have to sign some plea agreement saying I'm guilty. So then they give you like a bunch of paperwork. You sign. And then he walks you back into that room with the pews. And then you don't actually see the judge. So that plea agreement gets sent to the judge.
And the judge just fucking stamps it, sends it off.
Stands it. And then the lower lady, not the one you check in with.
The clerk.
I think they're post clerks actually.
Well, sort of. One's a stenographer. They type out everything that is
Is that
said.
the one that I checked in with and she like wrote my name and coordinated?
No, I think there might be multiple clerks.
Yeah. So anyway, so the second one, like he approved it. Like the judge can like reject it,
Mm-hmm.
but she's like, all right, you owe this much with all the court fees and stuff. It's gonna be this much, and she's like, but it's due by 4:30 today. I have to pay that shit like on the spot.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking ballsy.
She's like, "You have any like, you're gonna be able to pay that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can pay it right now." And she's like, "Okay, well, it's due at 4:30."
Did you pull out all your fucking gift cards and just say, "Okay, here, we're gonna pay with these
No, I've been using my
first,
gift cards actually.
and then pay with you."
And then
Rest
she
on
said,
this.
"Now you need to go to an available clerk because she wasn't available
Uh,
and get it taken care of. So you gotta leave that room, go to another part of the courthouse, and it looks like almost like the DMB was just like lined,
oh, okay.
it was like glass.
Some bullshit. Fuck them.
And then I went up there. I was like, I need to pay this off, and I handed it to her, and then I paid it, and then I left.
Okay, now
So that was my experience today.
overall, okay.
Yes, because I got the least.
Yeah.
on the
So
far
from
end of that.
yeah, so from
spectrum.
my understanding, it was you could have gone to jail for 10 days, right?
They didn't give me that. I mean, I could have probably.
I
like,
mean,
are you saying
it's doubtful, but the whatever you were charged with,
for a second degree misdemeanor? Or
yeah,
it's
was 10 days in jail, right?
10 to 90.
10 to 90.
10 minimum, 90 max. Minimum fee of 150, maximum of 350. Either
or both,
or both.
if
or
I'm not
and
mistaken.
or yeah.
So, and or.
So they could be like, oh, you owe $200 and 20 days in jail.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but think about it this way. What was your total fine? Like $400 or some shit? 200 and
Like
800 and
rounded 275.
275.
That's after the fees, the court costs, them
Everything.
fucking you. and,
No lube. That's the lube cost.
Mhm.
He chose to get lube.
The
No.
metal detectors that you have to walk through. You have to take your shoes off, your belt off, and there's like 3 county.
Oh
Sheriffs.
fuck! I got jury duty
Oh,
on
you gotta go through all that too, huh?
on Monday. Fuck.
So next time on jury duty, be like, why shouldn't you be on jury duty? It's like, cause I was just here for my own shit.
do you think the judge would get pissed off if they're like, why shouldn't you be in jury duty? And I'd be like, I don't believe in God.
They'd be like, how is that relevant? I think is what they're gonna say.
I should exclaim that I'm an anarchist.
Say, cause
No government. Fuck God. Fuck governments.
you'd be like, cause they're here, so they're guilty.
No, if to be completely honest, what I would say is my boss is out of town. I'm the only, like, it's a 2-person,
My wife's pregnant. She can have a baby any minute now.
Yeah, no. Honestly, what I would say is the company I work for, because they have relationships with police officers, I'd say the company I work for, I am this person at this company. My boss is out of town for another 5 days or whatever. And then I would say, like, that puts undue strain on me, because once I come back, I'm going to be catching up on all the stuff that my boss didn't do while she was gone, because no one was there and nobody could have got help for any of their fucking IT issues, and
Quick question.
it was all fucked up.
Don't you get paid like $50 a day to be a jury duty?
Yeah.
It's less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
Well, how long is? Well, let's just say an 8-hour workday, just because you're a normal person that works 9 to 5,
Yeah.
like $6.25 an hour.
Yeah. That's a lot less than I make, per hour.
A lot less than a lot of people make per hour.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta pop my back.
And then yesterday.
Our editor is gonna hate all the random noises we make.
Oh yeah. Yesterday, I lost my car keys. It's just been like a crazy,
It's
like,
just been fucked up.
crazy.
So you had to
12
go.
hours.
Yeah. So you had to go to work in the company van.
Well, I
Or
drove
you
to
had
work.
you had to go to the courthouse in the company van. Just
Dude, imagine
imagine
if I went to jail and,
right then and there, and you're just fucking the company van sitting out there, and your boss is like, "What the
and it's
fuck?"
not even mine.
Yeah.
It's not mine because my senior tech is in Mexico. So I've been using his van because it's loaded.
Is he banging on that cruise or whatever?
It's not a cruise, but yeah.
Oh, the Love Island thing?
Yeah, he said he's not allowed to take photos, but he'll like sneak. He'll sneak like the
Bro.
most like blurry titty pic.
Hold
you've
on, hold
seen.
on, hold on. Why didn't we get this man some fucking spy glasses with the little camera in the side?
Should we invite him on the podcast?
Yeah, we
Just
need to. I'll personally drive up there and pick his ass up if we have to. Well, we'll pack this whole fucking shebang up and we'll get up there.
We've talked about packing this. It's kind of mobile right now, anyways,
Yeah.
because you got that mobile, that mobile, that mobile, this mobile.
Why did? Why? Oh man!
It worked.
For the audio listeners, he just pointed at me and said, "This mobile." After he pointed at a bunch of other equipment. What the fuck? Okay.
And we got folding chairs.
Yeah, we
mobile.
can fucking
The table's not, unfortunately.
fuck the table.
The kitchen table called kitchen table time talk.
Are we still gonna get a
TTT.
fucking couch?
We need to.
I want to get a couch and just say fuck this shit and have a couch because it'd be so much more comfy.
Yeah, black couch.
Oh, I think
The
mother.
black.
I think mother's getting a new couch, so we could steal that couch.
Ooh, that works. Instead of a black casting couch,
Oh.
it'll be a black broadcasting couch.
Mm. We could put a. We could have
Throw
put.
it dry.
We could put a black cover over it, like a sofa cover.
We can. That was a weird, that was a weird noise. We could put a green screen on the couch
There you go.
and then make your editor make it black. It might look like we're floating. I don't know if it'll actually work.
Might look kind of weird. We could.
Because you won't be
we
able
could
to
do
like,
that.
see.
We could do that and then just play edited porn on the green screen.
But like,
I'm not sure how to
like
chroma
Japanese
key.
porn where it's just everything's blurred.
No. Do you remember there was a Twitter account a long time ago that was like porn edits and they would like MS Paint over or whatever.
I don't
So
know what you're talking about.
I'll have our editor put up some stuff on the screen right now after I find it.
Right here.
Maybe.
Anyways,
I'm not gonna tell me. I just give the editor notes and then they edit. Anyway, back to the thing. There was a Twitter account a long time ago that would edit over porn. So it would be like a girl, like
oh, like playing with herself, but she's like playing the banjo.
yeah, exactly. That's like a really famous one. There's another one where the lady is like, I think she's going like this or something like that, and then it's just like her going like this. It's just like a phone, so it's like a fucking phone, like a home phone, and she's just like
Yeah.
beep bop boop boop beep beep bop boop 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 beep boop pop pop, ring, and that's like the whole video.
Okay, back to the original story. I went to work yesterday, drove all the way an hour and a half out of town, even though I'm already working out of town, so it was 2.5 hours from my house. Went to a job. Did you see the picture of like the pickup truck that's like half off the driveway?
Yeah.
So I pulled in and they're like halfway there. Like they're still on the driveway at that point.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna incriminate myself. I'm like, hey, do you need help? So I hopped in and I may have gotten more stuck.
You're like, hey, let me help, and then just make that. That reminds
So
me.
the picture of how like they're like completely almost off is because of my doing.
Oh,
That's not how it was when I pulled up on them.
No. Do they have a winch or something?
A what?
A winch.
Which?
Winch.
Is that the thing where you like lift?
Yeah, where you winch shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Fuck
And
'em.
they hardly spoke English, by the way.
Nice.
And then I was helping them push, and then I gave up. I'm like, I'm just gonna move the van to the road, cause that's the driveway.
Mhm.
To like the side of the road, like half pulled off. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna call our friend who's up the road. He's gonna try to pull us out. So I'm like, all right. So I watch them like hook up. I think It's just rope that they use for the harness because half of them they're working on roofs.
Mm-hmm.
They tied it from one hitch to the other hitch, and they're pulling, and it snaps, and it's like snaps towards me.
Okay. I've seen people get hit by like chains that snapped, and it fucks them up.
Yeah, well, it's just that the material, so it snapped in half. So like the metal pieces were still hooked up to the truck.
Yeah, but I mean, just be careful. Don't stand if people are doing that shit. Don't stand anywhere near it because you can get fucked up. Even if it doesn't, visibly fuck you up, it could really,
Yeah, so
dislocate your jaw or some shit.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my van, grab my shit, and I'm like, there's like 9 of them at this point, like 4 in one truck and 5 in the other, and it's like a driveway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put my wallet in my back pocket, my keys in my front pocket, lock the van, put those keys in my pocket. Well, I was sliding up the, because it's literally like slick.
Mm-hmm.
These people aren't rich enough to have
Heated driveway.
they do, but it's only to a certain point.
Oh.
So it's like a castle. You like drive under like
A portcullis, as they say.
I don't know what it's called. It was made out of brick.
Yeah.
And it's like a brick. It almost looks like they're trying to be like castle type shit.
Yeah. Castles have portcullises. Did they have like a fucking thing that like lowered down?
No.
Oh.
If it did, it would be right there. But anyways, slid down. I went and worked in the mechanical room, which is under the house. But then there's an under part of that. So we're under the under house, crawled in there, came back up, crawled into a crawl space off of that, came out of there, worked in that main room, went across the hall, went to that crawl space, and then went to the garage, went to the ceiling because everything's all throughout the house, not even like one main area.
It's just all over the place.
So then I leave there, and when I when I'm leaving, both trucks are gone, so they got out.
They got out.
So then I went to another job that's like half an hour from that, but closer to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I get there, and they're like, we thought we rescheduled. There's no way you can get in that room. They're having a meeting in that room. I'm like, all right. So then I get to my other job that's even further closer, and I'm like feeling my pockets.
You're like, fuck.
No car keys.
Damn, son. And
so then I texted the lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I think I don't actually remember seeing them at the second job. Like I remember having them going to the first job, and then for the third job didn't have them. Text was like, hey, I think I left my keys in your crawl space. Is it okay if I go back tomorrow, which would have been today, and get it? And then she texts back, how did you leave without car keys?
Yeah, what a fucking Karen.
I'm not understanding. So I texted her, I lost my personal car keys. I drove the work van. And then she said, I don't feel comfortable with you doing that. Can you wait a couple of days? And then I said, okay, when? And then she said, call me. Well, actually, I said,
like what day?
What day works better? And then I went into a store and met homegirl.
Yeah, and then
Is that what just name and girlfriends now? Just homegirls?
yeah. It's very nondescript.
Hung out with her for a minute, bothering her at work. Went back to the work van, and she says, call me.
So you called her.
So I called her, and she's like, I don't want to text this because I don't want to sound like a bitch, but this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong. And I'm like, okay, I apologize, even though this and this wasn't even me.
Yeah, what was wrong?
Apparently, I left the upstairs light on. And I wanted to text her back. I didn't go upstairs because there was 2 rats on the staircase, and I decided I didn't want to walk around them. I didn't know if it was real or not.
Hold on. Okay, what else was wrong?
And apparently the door was left open.
Which door?
To the main mechanical room that slammed behind me when I left because the wind shut it. Like that door was heavy. Like you literally walk in, it slammed shut. Apparently that was open. And then she says, I'm okay with this as long as you do this, this, and this. I'm like, yeah, I can do that and that. And then this morning,
So you had to do something extra?
she was like, making sure this, this, and this was done.
Oh, so she just wanted you to double check some stuff. So you went
Yeah.
and double checked it and looked for your keys?
Today, yeah. Well, she tried to make me not go up there today
Oh.
because she said, I can't assure you that it's been plowed.
And what'd you say? I'll fucking walk if I have to, bitch.
Well, the roads were very bad. I mean, the company truck I drive, it's fucking heavy. Like, it's already heavy enough, but all the tools and stuff I have on it weighs it down even more. So you don't really slide because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
You kind of just like, it's pretty smooth actually. I'm impressed. And the tires are good.
Nice. So you made it?
So
to
I
the
made
house?
it. Yeah, I went like 10, 20 miles an hour.
Just took
But
forever.
there was still snow on top of ice, which helped. It wasn't just straight ice.
Yeah.
And then half of it was melting anyways.
Yeah.
So I went up there anyways, we're going to. And yesterday, I said I saw like the mouse.
Yeah.
It was like, I couldn't tell. It's like from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell if it was real or maybe like a toy for a cat.
Yeah.
Because it stood still. So then today I'm like, I want to make sure it's real or not a toy because I might actually go upstairs and check. And I look and it's like walking and it sees me and it stops. Like same spot as it was yesterday. So I don't know if it's afraid to go down another step or that's just where it chills.
What the fuck? Like it was a pet rat?
No, there was like 50 fucking mouse traps in one area.
Damn. That's fucking gross.
I saw like 20 dead rats today.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Because
as
you get
hell.
down there and they're like dead because they're stuck on the sticky trap.
Yeah.
But there'll be like two of them.
Have you? Do you wear a mask when you go down into the crawl
No,
space?
I need to.
You should, because rat shit'll fuck you up good, buddy. It'll fuck you right up.
I wish it was fucked. Anyway,
That's the next thing you gotta invest in, a painter's mask. I think those will do you good.
my issue is I don't have ears.
Painter's masks wrap around your
Oh.
entire head.
That thing.
Yeah. So like there'll be like one that goes like it's like right here like this. So it like starts from
Oh, kind of
the
like
bridge of your nose. Yeah.
SCIS, AAC, and they go to
Ye-
the bodies. The
yeah.
Bodies.
Yeah, so it'll start at the bridge of your mouth and then it'll make a seal around your shit. So it'll like start at the bridge of your nose and then go around your mouth to make a seal. And then it'll like the things will go on your cheekbones and around your head. And then one will go like down your neck. It'll be lower.
So the point of my story is I went back today and I didn't find my keys.
And so now you have
So-
to spend $800 on getting a new car keys.
Basically, my car is currently an hour from our current location.
Rip. Fucking sucks nuts.
But I did call a locksmith. I ordered 2 keys, and he'll meet me at work at 8 o'clock on Monday morning.
What does your boss think about all of this?
I haven't talked to him. He's like here and there. But like my dispatcher, like my direct, she's not really like my boss, but like the people I report to.
Yeah, yes. Not your boss, but
Like I don't think she has like power over me. I mean, she makes
It's-
my schedule.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's sort of power, but she doesn't have the authority to fire you.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm gonna make the call, let you take the work van home. So we currently have the work van parked out there.
Isn't the dispatcher the boss's daughter?
No.
Who's the boss's daughter?
The person that like does the quoting,
Who's the dispatcher?
some older lady.
The boss's wife?
No. She's trying to. She says she's my mom. Like one of those people like
Oh, like
that
the
tries
work
to
mom.
be like mother,
Yeah, the work mom. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like that's how my boss tries to act, but it's not. It doesn't go well for her.
So that's been my. I literally spent all day doing that because
Yeah,
driving there is 2.5 hours and driving back is 2.5 hours. So
That's
it's
usu-
5 hours.
that's usually how it works. It's usually you go one way and it's the same distance back to the original location. That's usually how it
Yeah,
works.
so I woke up, went to court, went to school, signed my financial aid for this next block,
Mm-hmm.
and then
You don't have that much longer for.
6 weeks. Brother. That was awkward as shit.
Just fucking stole it.
But yeah, 6 weeks. But anyways, did that. Drove all the way to the shop, cleaned out the work van to make sure that it wasn't with my tools or with anything I used yesterday
Wait. So you signed financial aid where?
at school.
At school, and then you drove back to.
Well, I went to court, drove to my school, and then drove to my work.
Okay.
All over the
I
place.
see.
And then I went to work, then went to the house,
Yeah, to the job site.
the job site, and then back to work
Back to work.
to tear the van apart to make sure I wasn't like
Wasn't
blind the first two times I
fucking
tore the
fucking bitches or something.
yeah.
Nice.
And then I went from there to the car dealership. And
Got your code and then fucked off.
yeah, I was like, I lost my car
Okay.
keys. And she's like, did you buy it here? I'm like, no, I bought it there, but it's this car.
And then they got your code.
Yeah, so she like looked in it and then she asked to see my ID and then she wrote my code. She's like, don't share this with anyone.
Except the locksmith.
Mm-hmm. So then I drove here and you were bitching around. You weren't on time.
My bad.
No,
All
you're
right.
good. So I was outside.
Chilling. And then we
No,
went to
I
Burger
called 4
King.
different locksmiths.
Oh. Yeah, we
Um,
went to Burger King.
I don't know gang signs, but I'm
I don't know.
flipping you off.
Okay, so speaking of work, so my boss is out of town, whatever, not a big deal.
Oh, this she actually is.
Yeah.
You weren't lying about the jury duty part.
No, I wasn't. So my boss is out of town, and the issue is I met with her before she left, and I was like, "Hey, I need to ask these people from a different company these questions," and they're like, "Oh," and she's like, "Yeah." So I read off the questions I was gonna ask because my boss asked, and I just said, "Okay, here are these questions that I have written down," and she was like, "Hold on, wait."
A little
And-
church in it.
Well, no. So basically, what she did was like, hold on, wait. You should say this instead. And so I'm not exactly sure. Like I don't remember the conversation exactly, but what she ended up saying, and it was I had like 5 questions. She would talk for 5 minutes about each question. So it took needlessly long for whatever fucking reason, but she would basically just say my questions back to me with zero difference. She would just say the questions back with zero difference, and it really pissed me off because I was like, why are
Was
you?
there like some difference that
No, like
you asked like how old are you and she's like, you are how old?
yeah, and like barely any difference. Like so marred. Like it honestly didn't even matter because like again, she explained to me what I needed and what question I should ask. But then the question I should ask was already a question I had written down that I had read out to her. So I already knew the information I needed because if I didn't know what information I needed, I wouldn't have asked the question. Like I just don't fucking get it. Like it pissed me off so bad. And so I went home that night and I was like, all right, I know what I got to do. I started a career certificate from Google that they offer on data analysis. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm already done with week 4 of 5 weeks of the first course. There's 8 courses. It's supposed to be done over over 6 months, but I'm really trying to get it done before the end of the year. So we'll let you know how it goes.
Is that why you've been online? Just kidding. I haven't been online.
I was about to say, fuck off.
Like, I haven't even been online to tell if you've been online. Because
Yeah. Well, I've been online. I just haven't gotten to play video games because, again, I think that once I'm in a position to make more money, I'll be more prepared to not be a bitch, you know?
I got 2 more certificates
Yeah,
this week
I saw, exciting.
from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Those fucking nerds. I kind of have to shit. Okay. But I wanted to talk about a video I saw. I wonder if I can find it really quick. Anyway, so there's this video of, okay, let me set the stage. 2 police officers knock on a door.
Okay, that really sounds bad. Do they knock at the same time?
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Sorry. Okay, I found it. Okay. So I'll let you describe this. We'll watch it without sound and then we'll watch it with sound. Or, well, I'll describe it. So there's 2 police officers. They walk up, knock on the door to a house. Yeah, exactly. They walk up and they knock on the door, and then a guy, after, some time, walks to the door and opens it.
Is the gun thrown already before they even...
No, watch.
Oh, okay.
Watch. So, this guy walks to the door. They step back. He can't see them. He walks out with a gun in his hand, and they start shooting. Even though he didn't point it at them, he didn't do anything, and the cops just shot at him first.
I think it depends on what the call's for. I mean, I know it shouldn't, but if it's like he's got a gun, he's threatening to do this.
Okay,
then,
here's my thing. I think everything is important. Context is important, but I think what matters the most is that they didn't announce themselves. I listened to the video 4 times. They did not once announce themselves. From the time they knocked on the door until the guy came to the door, they did not say, "Police, open up." They didn't say that. So
it could be normal opening. Yeah, okay.
It was also 2 a.m.
Oh.
So I don't know about you, but if someone knocks on the door at 2 a.m., I'm fucking pulling out a gun to go investigate. Because, who...
I did that the other day. My mom texted me. She's like, I hear something outside. Walk out. Just a UPS driver. Anyways.
A UPS driver at fucking when?
I don't know. It's like 8 o'clock at night.
Oh. That's still kind of weird, but yeah. But,
she just heard, the slamming of the door. Because I guess he was parked. And the car was running. But then he's, opening the door and moving boxes around. He's making noise.
Yeah.
She didn't know what it was. She didn't look outside. She just said, I hear noise.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the shit. We both have firearms. It's not a fucking controversial thing to... I guess it is a controversial thing to own firearms now. But...
Depends on how you use it. When you use it, hunting... target.
See, to me, here's my thing, is I've always thought about what people like and what they don't like. So this is a tangent, but owning a firearm shouldn't be, controversial. I think that laws surrounding gun control can be controversial, and I think that that's where our debate should be centered. But, to each their own. I'm not going to fucking stand on a soapbox and fucking preach. It's whatever. I don't give a shit. I have guns. You don't have to have them. Whatever. So my thing is that nobody got hurt. Nobody got shot, but they shot at him.
Oh.
They missed. Fucking morons.
Would you shoot back if a cop starts shooting at you?
See, after they shot, they screamed, "Police, police." At that point,
I feel like instinctively you're gonna, whether you...
Well, my thing is that that guy saw the police. So in the video, you can see him look at the police and take a step back. And I'm pretty sure that step back saved his life because he went to put away his gun, I'm assuming. So the police started blasting as he's trying to put away his gun. So
That just reminds me of that one.
started blasting. But yeah, I think that the police are the problem in a lot of cases because like this is
I feel like that's one of the jobs you can't really have mistakes.
yeah,
Like, I
and-
know people are prone for the mistakes.
Yeah.
But like when you're that,
well, police officers, you know how often they have to certify with a firearm twice a year, which just means they have more hits than misses. Does that make sense?
assuming you've done it more than like 2 years.
Yeah. So if you shoot 100 rounds for your certification, you just have to have 51, I think it is, or something. I mean, obviously 51, because
More than half.
yeah.
Hopefully you're hitting. Is it like a fast
No.
or just like take your time?
But have you ever heard of the certification for being a certified handgun master or whatever, an ace handgun,
Mhm.
whatever? I forget what it's called exactly, but what you do is that you have your back turned to the target and you're walking away from it.
Like the old West shootouts?
Yeah. So literally you're walking away from it and then the instructor decides. So when like however long it, if he says, 3 seconds and you're walking for 3 seconds, he says turn, you'll turn and then he'll call out. Actually, I don't think he says turn. I think what he says is like middle right. And so you have to shoot the middle and then the right target. So there's 3 targets. So you have to shoot the middle and the right target.
Does it shoot 2 targets?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you cannot miss a single one. And you have to do that. So there's 3 targets and you'll be walking with your backs to the target. And, the instructor will call out, left and right. So you have to shoot the left and the right target. And you have to do that for every 10 yards up to 50 yards.
And
And you cannot miss a single shot.
is it just on like TV or do you have to shoot it once? I mean, on TV, they boom, boom, boom. They do like 3 or 4 times, and then they 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, so you just shoot it once and then shoot the other one.
I feel like I've seen like TV shows where they're like boom, 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 and they're like getting
Yeah,
targets.
well,
Ding, 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 ding,
that's
ding,
I
ding.
mean that's like a different training
Yeah.
style, but at the same time, like this is a test to determine whether or not you can acquire targets and fire accurately, because again, it's testing your ability to react, draw your weapon, and fire, and then regain your sight picture and find the next target and then fire again. That's what it's testing. So it's giving you a lot of reps of trying to find the target and not a lot of reps of shooting. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
We need to fucking lower this so you can fucking hunch like a motherfucker.
Are
You gotta
you-
scoot in as far as you can.
You don't want me hunching?
You can't see it as well. But
Where were we going with all this?
well, let me
Oh,
let
the
me
Reddit video.
let me
okay.
finish. Let me finish. I'll also have the editor put up the video. I'll send the video to the Reddit or to the editor. Anyway, back to the point. Police officers don't have to certify that way.
Okay.
So, and I mean, it varies from police department to police department, but again, police officers aren't experts in handguns. They're not experts in law and like the laws they're supposed to be enforcing either. That's like, it's fucked up.
But the captains are, right? Because I was like, let me talk to your captain.
No.
Let me talk to your manager.
No, not even the captains. The captains are just fucking bureaucrat pieces of shit. Give me one of these bad boys. And you want to hear something else that's fucked up? You know the protect and serve slogan that cops have?
Is it trademarked?
No. they have no constitutional like necessity to protect and serve. Like
Or
they have
serve.
no like legally they don't have to protect and serve. They're just there to make sure the government gets their taxes. The government, arrests criminals because if the
I feel like
government,
serve is such a broad term.
yeah, like
Serve me, master.
yeah, instead of like I don't know, cops are just fucked up.
But there are nice ones out there, just like any profession.
Yeah, I just think that the institution of the police across the United States is so wide because again, it's not each state has its own, it's weird. So like there's the FBI, which is like the federal police. I mean, there's a bunch of different agencies like ICE and Border Patrol and the U.S. Marshals
The
and
DEA,
the DEA, the
the
ATF,
DUI.
the fucking, everything. So there's, federal level. What the fuck are you doing?
Trying to fix my glasses.
How the fuck did you fuck them up?
You fall asleep on them
Why did you fall asleep on them?
because I love seeing my dreams. I don't fucking know. I just fell asleep.
Weird. Oh, so yeah, there's federal level like police agencies, and then there's state level, which is like state patrol, state police, stuff like that. And then there's county level, which is sheriff, and then there's city level, which is like
Police.
police, like a city police department, like LA police.
LAPD,
Yeah.
NYPD, CBDBD.
Yeah. So, I mean, here in town, we have two different police departments. One in, the adjacent town, one here in the town we're in currently, and then we have the sheriff's, which is, the whole county.
Yes.
So, see how fucking, how many steps there are in the hierarchy and how much bullshit has to go on?
How do they determine jurisdictions?
I don't know.
So
They fucking see how far someone can piss and then say, this line, you cross it, that's our turf or some shit.
if it's on the interstate, can a police officer, in theory, pull you over?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So if I see
see, these are the questions that make policing difficult and make it
I would
fucked
assume
up.
the county can and the state can. But if you're driving, let's say to LA,
Mhm.
but you're on the interstate, can LAPD pull you over?
I
So
would
the town we're in,
I would say it depends. Does that make sense? I would say yes. That would be correct. That
because it's in the town, but it's on the interstate, but you don't see it very often.
Yeah, maybe. I think it would depend. I think it
If they're
depends.
on duty. So if I see one, I can speed past it.
I don't know, man. Probably not. I wouldn't recommend it.
I can always tell when a cop's heading home because they always, in our state, you have to be in the left lane unless passing someone. They'll be in the left lane and they won't use the signal lights and they're just speeding home.
Yeah, you're just fucking getting on home.
Dude, a sheriff cut me off yesterday with no blinker.
Fuck him. You should have rammed him.
No, wait, that was this morning when I was leaving the college, trying to go back on the interstate to go to work.
Fucking.
He just
sheriffs.
slid over. No lights, no nothing.
Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy guys. Anyway, I say everyone should own a gun, and police should be better at their jobs because.
I don't want to say maybe one per house type thing.
Man. I mean, if you're gonna say at least one per house, okay. Actually, let me rephrase that. If you want to own a gun, buy a gun.
You don't.
I think everyone should go through a good amount of gun safety courses. I think that should be taught because, I don't want something fucking random Yahoo picking up a gun and then just fucking Start shooting.
Is Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto a good training course?
Probably not.
No, you got, what is it, auto aim
Yeah.
assist?
Aim assist.
Aim assist. Imagine aim assist in real life. Oh, they're probably actually working on that.
Yeah. Actually, like 100% seriously, the U.S. Army canned a project recently because Microsoft was making like a thing, like a headset that had like a heads-up display, and it made soldiers nauseous. It was like an AR, an augmented reality thing.
I mean, I'm sure you get used to it, but like getting used to it.
Again, I mean, I think the technology will be there in the next 10, 15 years, but I don't think it's there yet. So it'd be kind of cool though, because like part of the thing was like a legit mini map. Like I shit you not, a legit mini, like Call of Duty mini map. And like not only that, but
what was there like?
it had like a real time counter for how many bullets you had left in your magazine.
How many stars you have?
Not sure about that, but
Your life. Your stamina.
it also had, I think, something that you could tell who was who, if that makes sense. So like if
Like
you
face recognition.
not even face recognition,
So
like
I'll walk up to you and it'll be your name and just be like facts about you. 6'3", 800 pounds.
no, I think you would look over and there'd be like a little highlighted thing,
Oh.
and that would be like, that's friendly. Don't shoot that. Everything else you can fucking blast. You can
So,
fucking.
Like, you think we're gonna get to the RoboCop era?
I think we're getting there. I mean, I think we're getting there. Well, part of RoboCop is that they stole big ass guns, that like fucking you shot and would just blow the fuck out of like an entire building. You just fucking blow up a building. Which, let me point out the fact that the new standard issue military rifle for the U.S. government, or that for the U.S. Army / U.S. military, is it's based off of the M4 M16 style pattern rifle with significant changes to it, which is interesting. It is now not I think it's a direct gas impingement instead of like,
Gas chamber delivery.
yeah, I forget exactly the name, but basically it's more like an AK-47 and less like an AR-15 in terms of how it functions. So it's interesting because it's like you can now, because most AR-15s you cannot have a collapsible stock because the buffer tube is where the spring is. I find this interesting. I find engineering stuff interesting. I don't know if I'm boring anybody. Anyway.
I always say fuck the engineers when I'm working out in the field.
Yeah, because they do shit kind of stupid on occasion. But like firearms engineers are some of the most like pragmatic, and like their shit goes through so many test iterations before it gets approved and is like safe to use. But moving back to what I was saying is that now the spring and the buffer tube and all that stuff that cycles the gun has been modified and moved to the front of the gun, so now it can have a folding stock and is much more reliable, more like an AK-47 than an AR-15, but still looks the same. It's chambered with the ammo that the U.S. military bought is special for that gun because they wanted it to fly with certain ballistic qualities, like X amount of feet per second with X amount of energy at this range or whatever, I forget it was. But they had to reinforce the extraction, like the rim of the case so it could be extracted with stainless steel, and then the rest of the cartridge is brass, because if they didn't, the cartridge would have just exploded because it was so powerful.
God damn.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking thing.
So they're not using like 5.56 or.
No, I think it's like 7.62 by 53 or 54 or.
But it's only good for that one gun.
Well, that gun can fire like normal. I want to say it's like 308 or.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the civilian version, but the military, you know how like green tips and normal target ammo are different in terms of like,
I got green tip because it was cheaper.
yeah, well, in terms of like muzzle velocity, they're different. Green tips are typically faster, and that's what makes it like a military cartridge, is that the military wants it to be a specific speed. So normal 308, I think, is like much slower versus the much faster cartridge that has been put into the new fucking SIG rifles. Also, fuck you, Nancy Pelosi. Fuck you.
What are we fucking her for?
She invested in SIG Sauer before they bought the new rifles and before they bought the new pistols for the U.S. military. You want to know how much fucking money she made?
No inside trader, huh?
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck the government. I hate the fact that they can insider trade. Those motherfuckers.
I know.
I need to figure out a hack so that I can watch whatever the fuck she buys so I can buy the same shit. Fuck her.
Didn't they say by the time this administration leaves office, most of the government cars are going to be electric? And they said that they're going to choose.
Fuck you.
They said they're going to choose between 5 like electric motor companies, and one of them's not Tesla. So people think they know what company that is, so they're investing in that company because the government's
but just wait. Just wait. Wait. We'll all figure out how to find what Nancy Pelosi. Because I think all of that. Nice.
Hey, wait, there's a trash can there now.
Yeah.
I think I hit it too.
Yeah, you did. It used to be behind us. Anyway, besides the point. Everybody wait to buy stocks in that company. I'm 99% certain that whatever Nancy Pelosi, like the stocks that Nancy Pelosi buys, and
Give it a year.
like I think politicians, when they buy stocks, that's public information. I'm just not sure how to get it. So once we get that information, we'll fucking buy the same shit as Nancy Pelosi. And this is not financial advice as well. Except it fucking sounds like it, doesn't it? God damn it.
It's just a suggestion. Wait, that's what advice is, right? This is what I would do.
It's not advice. We're not suggesting shit. We're just saying fuck Nancy Pelosi, fuck Lauren Boebert, and fuck your mom. I'm not sure what your mom did. I'm sorry about that. It was a little heated.
Fuck that guy from Russia.
Fuck Saudi Arabia too. Fuck them. The world is going to shit. Fuck China too. Fuck, well, not the Chinese people, just the CCP and the one guy, the king of Saudi Arabia.
The PCP.
Just kidding. Someone was fucking doing some drugs out front of our office the other day. It was kind of crazy.
Did you join him?
He was tweaking. I pulled up and he was like standing in my normal parking spot, and he was just froze, dude. He was just like,
Did the cold weather freeze him? Because we had some snow.
I think it's heroin that does that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I'll have freeze tag.
I'll have to ask my doctor. Oh, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. Should we get my mom on the podcast as a guest for our 1-year anniversary?
Didn't she already fill in
Yeah,
for me for like 5 minutes?
yeah. Okay, but like a whole episode.
I don't know if I could talk to your mom for that long.
Why?
I don't know.
It's better you than me.
Yeah, that's true.
Or should we get someone crazy like my sister?
Which one?
The one that lives here in town. 2 years we'll get my other sister. What do you think? 3 years
Is
we'll
that
meet
the
the
one-
sister I've never met. And then 4 years we'll meet the sister that was put up for adoption.
And then the 5 years, the greatest one, your dad.
Oh, it's like a fucking raid boss. Oh no.
Remember when your dad tried to fight me the first time I met him?
Yeah, that was a weird interaction, wasn't it? We actually showed up to the gun shop. My dad can't own firearms. It's a whole thing. And he was just there with me who can own firearms. Don't give firearms to people who can't own them. That is not legal advice either, by the way. I think that's just common sense. Anyway, back to my point. Yeah, we didn't plan that. We just showed up at the same spot at the same time, and that was really awkward. And then my dad wanted to say something about fighting or whatever.
I think I tried to compliment him or you.
I think he said something along the lines of "nice dad," and he's like, "You want to fight?" And I was like, "What the fuck
like,
are
"Want to
you
take this
talking
outside?"
about?" Yeah,
Because I was with our other friend who's been on here twice.
twice.
What's he doing these days? Hit him up.
Hopefully, fucking bitches.
You see the lifted trucks you've been driving?
No,
Just because he works at a dealership, but not because he owns them. But
I wish.
not that they call him out like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I sort of want to buy a truck again.
I want to get like a GMC Sierra Denali, like big ass, nice.
No, I don't want a big truck. I want a small truck, but I sort of want a truck.
To go truck and treating with.
No, not even that. Like, I was driving my car to work today, and I was like, okay,
This isn't advice.
before we get on this topic, we're gonna end the last topic, and then this might be it.
Cool. I want to go home. I've been home all day.
All right, fuck you, bitch. You gotta stay here forever. Anyway.
Okay.
End of last discussion. I want a truck because I was driving to work today and I fucking
Shit.
my eyeballs were replaced by my testicles. I hit a fucking pothole so hard in my fucking car, it rattled my brain out of my fucking ears. Like
Dude.
it was bad. It was bad. And then not like 3 hours later, I had to go back to the same place I was going the first time
You
to
hit
do
the same
some.
pothole.
No, I didn't hit the same pothole. I took a different route to make sure I didn't hit that pothole. There was another fucking pothole, and that shit rattled my asshole out my mouth. Like, and it was on a major road. It's a major road in town that's fucked up. Like, it is so fucked
What's
up,
that
it's
song?
almost undrivable. I haven't checked.
Your alignment or anything.
I haven't checked my alignment. I haven't checked if I fucking have a front passenger side tire. I didn't check the rim because it like I was
How fast were
on.
you going?
I was going fucking 10 miles an hour and it
Like-
shoved my fucking balls into my eye holes. Like it was so bad. And it was like disguised. And like I instantly knew like the second before my wheels hit it, I was like, that's a big pothole. Fuck. And then I was on the phone with my mom in my car and she's like, did you just crash your fucking car? Because it sounded so bad. And like, if I wasn't buckled in, dude, I would have fucking hit the ceiling. Literally, I would have been, I'd have been like, oh fuck. There's a whole thing.
I want a truck because I hit a deer and it fucked up my car.
Ooh, get a cattle guard. Just fucking
Like my old one. did.
Yeah,
That thing
yeah.
would have fucking destroyed that deer.
yeah. Sucks
I
that.
would have been carrying it with me.
You know what sucks now is that you traded in your truck, right, for lower or better gas mileage, and then now, like gas prices are getting close to normal again.
Yeah.
This is all fucked up. Fuck you, Saudi Arabia. They want they want oil prices to go back up, so they're cutting production to fuck with the U.S. and Russia. But then again, props to Joe Biden. I'm not gonna, I think when someone does something good, they should be told good job. He said, we've been providing protection to Saudi Arabia for years now, the country that funded 9/11. Because let's point out the fact that Bin Laden is a Saudi native, like he is native Saudi.
Did he die?
Yeah, you got fucking nerds.
Thanks.
He's native Saudi Arabian. Okay, Bin Laden from Saudi Arabia, one of, in the upper echelons / higher ups in Saudi Arabia. They funded 9/11. It happened. It's not a conspiracy theory. It happened. Point blank, it happened. So Joe Biden said, fuck you. You can ask Russia to protect you from, Syria, Iraq, Iran, like all the fucking places that have beef with Saudi Arabia. You can ask Russia for protection, which again, let's point out the fact that Russia, A, has called in 300,000 conscripts from their reserves, has suffered like 255,000 casualties.
Are they still fighting?
Yeah, they've been pushed back to almost their starting location, the borders of Ukraine. They no longer have enough socks. They no longer have enough socks to equip their men with socks.
They're heading towards the winter season.
They have to give their soldiers foot wraps, which are just
wraps for your foot.
Yeah, I mean they do the same thing as socks, but again, they just don't have enough socks. Okay. They have used Garmin GPS systems in their planes. Okay.
Sounds nice.
They have multi-million-dollar planes that are being guided by, $120 Garmin GPS systems. They have some bullshit for some body armor. They've been sending people into combat with fucking like 3 pieces of cardboard glued together, and they've just been fucking like shredded like Swiss cheese, bro. Like I just don't understand how Saudi Arabia could side with Vladimir Putin at this point. I just don't understand it.
So anyways, get back to what Biden was saying.
Yeah, why did this get all political? Well, he basically told Saudi Arabia to go fuck themselves, and if they decide to do that, then, Speaking of which, the U.S. has this drone that is basically like a giant razor blade, so it'll fly in a window, and then like all the pieces are just like giant blades, and it'll like disassemble itself and then just send razor blades throughout an entire fucking room. So it basically was a coded threat that he's going to get turned into fucking mincemeat. And it's the whole thing.
I think yesterday I saw it where they're trying to get rid of junk fees is what they call them.
Junk fees.
Yeah, so like if you go buy concert tickets, you have like fee after fee.
Yeah, I know.
He said he's trying to help the middle class by getting rid of them. But I think if they do, they're just going to put that into the ticket price. But at least it won't be so hidden.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I'm okay with paying the price for something as long as it's upfront. Does that make sense?
I mean, it is kind of upfront. I mean, when you check out, but
yeah, but again,
it's like tickets, $75, venue fee, parking fee, service fee, tax fee, delivery fee. Even though they fucking just email it to you,
yeah,
there's a delivery fee.
Yeah, which again, like at that point, once you have like the ticket in your cart, like you kind of have to like check out right then and there, especially for concerts, because they might get sold out within minutes.
Or plane tickets, or like he's just talking about like in general.
Yeah. And so I think that if all of that stuff is like, because a lot of those fees are for things that get sold out. So I think that's a good call. You know what I would prefer more though? I would prefer our fucking student loan forgiveness to go through. Jesus fucking Christ.
Or a livable wage.
Yeah, there's some states out there with still like a fucking $7.25 an hour minimum wage.
Do you think that's gonna go up before the current administration leaves?
Maybe. You know what I really want? Some bitches.
I was gonna say something. I was like, one bitch isn't good enough for me.
What do they say? Well, I don't actually want bitches. It's a lot of work. One good girl is worth 1,000 hoes or whatever.
So you telling me I can trade my one good girl for 1,000 of them?
Yeah, at that point it's like an attrition sort of thing. Yeah, weird. What was the line? from Drake.
Which one? I was thinking of some new ones that he said.
Yeah, I still haven't listened to his new album.
I haven't, but I've seen like Instagram posts with like it's like
Wait, is the I think
she's a 10, but when she raps, she sounds better on mute or something like that.
wait, did he just release a new album?
Yeah, with 21 Savage.
I think I'm like 3 albums behind because I still haven't listened to Certified Lover Boy. But I was thinking about the one where he's like, you know, my dog know what I like, got plenty. You know, where he was like talking about how his homie goes out and finds him women to bang in cities.
Yeah, like that conspiracy theory.
Yeah, which he basically confirmed in that song.
Yeah.
Fucking man. Though Rich just lives such a fucking whack ass life compared to us. Holy shit.
I saw a stat. It said it took 21 Savage only 31 seconds to call you a pussy into the new album.
I mean, he's right. I'll be honest.
I
I
think
don't.
he said something about like they don't have to ID me because they know I'm 21. Some shit like that.
You a bitch. Yeah. Well, it's fine. I'll be a pussy if it means I can stay alive long enough to make a bunch of money.
I just need to stop having stupid shit happen to me. You know how many times I've been trying to quit my second job, but then shit like car accidents, losing my car keys, almost going to jail.
Okay. So the car accident. Okay, just don't get in car crashes.
Got it. Check mark.
Okay, don't speed.
Check mark.
Don't lose your keys.
Check mark. He knows it.
Become a male stripper. I don't fucking know. I mean, like it's really easy to just sit here and be like, oh, don't do this. But like, you know, at some point, it's also just kind of like, well,
Common
shit.
sense.
Yeah, like some things are avoidable and some things aren't, and just like you just got to be like, well, fuck it.
What I'm not looking forward to, they went to my financial aid meeting. They're like, yeah, you've been paying us $50 a month, but as soon as you graduate, it's going to go up to $200 something a month.
Yep.
I'm like, what? But it's not this. It's like the school, not the student, like FAFSA. So I don't get that 6 months forgiveness. Like the minute I graduate,
Oh,
it goes up
that sucks.
like 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, but on the bright side, once you graduate, you'll be making more money. So there's pros and cons to all of it. Should we wrap?
Wrap it before we tap it up. Oh, we gotta have a.
We really we keep saying this. We need to work on an outro and an intro.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Maybe our episode 1 of our new season. Oh, is that how we're gonna break it up?
No,
Like 1 year we season 1, year 2 we season 2,
this should be season 22.
and then next year we season 23.
Yeah.
Or are we going based on January 1st or just a year?
I was thinking every 50 episodes would be
A
one
season?
season, yeah.
Oh god.
Or
damn.
should we do
I
25?
think 25.
Because if we do 25, this would be the end of season fucking 1.
No, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, it's over. This is the end of season 1. Fuck bitches, get money. Wah!
We'll do 30.
No, we can't do 30. It's either 50 or 25. Which one?
27 and a half, split the difference.
God, that's not splitting the difference. Which one? 25, 50.
Fuck. 50's a lot though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
2 years.
that's like another year of us doing this.
Goddamn. End of season 1.
All
Have
right.
a good night.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to DOA Podcast. See you in season 2. Bye. Love you.